Now then guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of this Newcastle United Takeover career mode. And today, we've got a lot of games. We're going to start flying through some of the months. We've done and dusted with the transfer window. We managed to pick up our first Europa League win and a massive win against Liverpool in the last episode. Swap into a different formation and it seemed to work really well. But now we're going to sim through a little bit. Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. Now, I don't really care about this game too much. The Carabao Cup would be nice to have as a trophy. We haven't won one yet, but I find it as a bit of a bad omen that you get Arsenal in the first round of the Carabao Cup. It tends to mean we're going to have a rough ride of it. So if we win in the sim, that's awesome. But if not, that's absolutely cool. We can focus on the Europa League and the league this season, which is all important. I would love to see if we could push for Champions League football by the end of this season. The Man City game as well, I'm going to sim because in this one, I'm trying to focus a little bit more on games we should be winning and playing them because in the past, I've just always played against the big teams. Now, that's all well and fun, but you can't just play against a big team season in, season out, or you get, 5 seasons of me just playing Man City, Man United, Liverpool. I want to mix it up a little bit and play different teams, so I want to get deep into October in this episode, if not maybe pushing into November, so we'll see. I want to play another Europa League game and probably 2 Premiership games in this run, so we might play this Rapid Vienna game, and maybe, I haven't determined which Premier League games we'll play yet. Maybe Leicester, because we've managed them before. That'd be a good game to play. And then potentially take on someone like Southampton. But I'm not sure what formation we're going to rock in the sim, because this is the formation we was using. Now, Moise Kean got injured at the end of the last episode, and it's only 5 days, so it's not anything to worry about. Of course, if you didn't see the last episode, go back and watch it. Go back and catch up on the series in its entirety. But if you're just going to kick it off at this part, I will let you know that Moise Kean was a beast in the last episode. We might have found that striker here at Newcastle. I haven't had anyone yet who has been a 20 to 30 goal striker in a season. In the 2 years that we've been here at Newcastle, Moise Kean might be the first guy to do that if we can keep him fit. With that being said, let's get through some of these games and get to the first played game of the episode. Again, if you're new around here and you haven't already smashed that subscribe button, I'd massively appreciate it, and hit the like button if you go on to enjoy the video. It was kind of expected, but at the same time, it's pretty disappointing, this 2-0 defeat to Arsenal, even though they had a red card. Again, we just are struggling in front of goal. I did rotate the team a little bit, but we did go with a 4-2-3-1, and it's just nothing. We didn't even technically have a chance. 4 shots, but none of them classed as chances, so it just means we had waves and strays from distance. I think I'm kind of done with the tactic. I don't know. I feel like Arsenal's a difficult side to play against, so I don't want to be too downbeat on it. But even when they had a red card, we didn't start producing more chances. So next up in a week of death was Man City, and they absolutely battered us, but we do come away with a point from this game. And I'm actually really happy with this result. When you look at the amount of chances that Man City had and created, us coming away with a 1-1 is absolutely fantastic. We took the lead as well with Nico. Good stuff from him. Always good to see him doing well in the sim. And Phil Foden bagging a goal for Man City. So the week of death is finally done, and it didn't hurt us too much. We beat Liverpool, drew with Man City, and lost to Arsenal in the Cup. Again, I don't really feel like that's a big issue for us. I didn't feel like I really wanted to focus on the Carabao Cup, and I genuinely didn't think we'd beat Liverpool and get a draw against Manchester City. So now we're going to fly for a few more games simmed, and I will probably come back for the Leicester match. Here we are, back for the Leicester game, and we did play Burnley and Helsinki in between, winning both those games. 5-2 against Helsinki and 3-1 against Burnley, as expected. With the squad we've got at this stage, I expect us to have a good season. I genuinely think that we could get Europa League football. We've got a couple of scout reports coming back here. I'm looking at Marcus Edwards at the moment because he's been recommended a few times, so I thought I'd give him a scout as well as looking at. So let's see. We did a Norwich rebuild, and he was a beast in it. So this is going to be our starting 11 for the Leicester game. Cardi and Keane up top, of course, and I'm sticking with this 3 at the back, especially when I'm playing. In some of the sim games, I have played the 4-2-3-1, and I'll play this in some of the sim games as well, but if we're going to stick with this permanently, I have to get rid of left back and right back. And in that situation, I still need to give them game time this year. So Conte will be playing as the right mid again because I'm just a huge fan of using him in the game. This is the lineup for Leicester City. It's an interesting one. They've signed Brazovic. They've got Nicolas Sula, Joe Gomez, Areola. They've also got Griezmann. They've got Milinkovic-Savic, Christian Port. This is a very different looking Leicester team. This will probably be a very difficult game. Leicester City at home as well, which gives them home advantage. I genuinely don't know if that's a thing in FIFA. I'd love to speak to one of the developers and see if home advantage and home momentum plays a part. I'm not sure it does, but it wouldn't surprise me if it had just a minuscule momentum towards the home side when they're playing at home. But I don't notice that I play a lot worse away than I do at home. I mean, away at Anfield, probably arguably the best performance we've had all season. So, I mean, maybe not. That's a terrible pass there from Leicester, which will give us, hopefully, an early opportunity on the football. An early opportunity to cause problems. The sun is legit in my eyes in this match. I'm struggling down on this left-hand side. Hopefully, they don't keep playing down there for the entire game. Have I got a pass on here? I don't. So, I'm going to pull it all the way across. I've noticed that your players just clear out. When you win the ball at the back, your players genuinely just clear out. Look at how many bodies are forward there and no one's showing for a pass. That happens a lot. I might have to tweak the tactic a little bit on every tactic I've got to stop that, because every time I win the ball at the back, the rest of the team, because you've got possession, just clear out. Coutinho could take this, or I could play it in. I'm going to take it, but you guys already know I'm probably going to miss this. Now I've been practicing, so now if I aim there and go like that, I don't know if this will be good. That wasn't that bad. That genuinely wasn't that bad for me, for my standards. I'm finding the gameplay, unless you play against someone with a high line, has just got a little bit, I don't know, poor. Like, player runs aren't as good as they were earlier on in the game. That is a fantastic pass, by the way. Why can't I change to Malangsar? Thank you. Jeez, it's Tanganga, actually. Got a ball rolled in the end, and Milinkovic-Savic's shot will be saved. I don't know if you guys are feeling the same. It might just be me. Again, sometimes I have days on FIFA where things go way better than other days, but I just feel like at the moment, some of the AI movement, like my players' AI movement is really, really bad. And it's pretty, like that. That is the worst pass you're going to see from St. Maximum. And I just don't know why. I've hit it as hard as I could to play it beyond. There, Conte just stands still. I don't know. I've just started noticing little bits. Moise Keane's control there was a little bit suspect, but he did control it in the end. St. Maximum, what a finish. And we will take the lead. It's a breakaway goal, and it's one we needed to liven up the match, because it's been dreadful. He has been steadily reliable as well. When we need someone to get us out of the mud, he has been really reliable at that. It comes straight back at us, but Tarkowski is having a really good season. Like, genuinely, a really, really good season. Super impressed with him. Oh, Tolisso, what is that pass, mate? What is some of the passing in this game? It's been horrendous from us today. I mean, it's an easy pass, that. I wouldn't mind the difficult ones, you know. They struggle with the difficult ones. But that was an easy ball into Coutinho. But at the half, we do have the lead. I think we need a bit more from the lads in this second half. It's all too familiar with this side, don't it? It is all too familiar with this team. But to be fair, where we're sat on the table, I can't complain. And if we are just going to eke out 1-0 wins, it's fine. I feel like we've spent the money to be more prolific than we are. But if all we're going to do is just push out 1-0 wins, it's not the end of the world, is it? At least we're winning. Bloody hell, that was a bit rough, wasn't it, Griezmann? Surely this is a card. Maybe even a red for Griezmann here. That was reckless. Right in behind on Donny. I'm glad he's all right. What are we going to see? We are going to see a red. I thought it was going to be. That was reckless from Griezmann. Leicester might just be throwing away any opportunity of getting back into this game right now. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I think that's the ball I'm going to play. And I get to Tolisso. He gets a good touch and a good turn. It's going to land to St. Maximum. He was offside, but he'll be wondering how he didn't find the back of the net. Well, let's see what Leicester can do now. They are a man down, and I have found sometimes when teams got a man down, they actually start playing better. I know that's weird. Oh my God, I keep getting done by that ball roll. I know that's weird, but I have seen it all so often where a team will go a man down and I'll actually end up conceding because they've got a man down. I'm not going to concede if that's the kind of pass they're going to be playing. Icardi, they're trying to lift it over. I mean, Moise Keane needs to bust a gut there a bit quicker. When I want runs forward, I don't get them. They've got Federico Chiesa now coming on for Leicester. What a squad they have built here. Unbelievable. Danger man of our own now. We sent Max. Icardi should be on there. I keep having the balls over the top blocked, which is a bit frustrating for us. Oh my God. This is going to be 1-1. I said sometimes when they're a man down, it causes you to concede. And we've been caught out there. The lads have been caught napping. And Leicester, with 10 men, have equalised. Chiesa the substitute. It's an unbelievable pass, to be fair. But Chiesa the substitute with a cheeky chip. I'm going to make a double sub. Coutinho's going to come off for Almiron. Icardi's going to come off as well. I'm not mad at Coutinho. Getting a bit mad at those passes. Not mad at Coutinho. I just think we need to make that sub. That ball over from St. Max to Martial. Oh, he's been on the pitch all of seconds. Martial's been on the pitch all the seconds and he'll make it 2-1. But we do need a new super sub this season. We really do, and Martial might be that man. Martial wants that ball, but we're going to get Tolisso instead. Oh, that's lovely. Ah, that's a good ball over. Keane! Oh, he's round the crossbar. Oh, my God. Why is Keane nailing the goals again? Wouldn't say it was comfortable. That man made sure it was not comfortable, but we do get a victory over Leicester, and just one more time. How good is that Leicester team? I mean, it's not realistic in any way, shape, or form, is it, if we're being honest? But, I mean, they spent the Calvin Phillips money well. It was only like 50 mil. I don't know how they've managed to put the squad together they have done, but unreal. I haven't seen too many, I don't want to say smaller teams, but you know what I mean, smaller sides put together squads as good as that. Now, we do have an opportunity here for 9 points in the Europa League and basically book our place into the next round. Marseille are not having a good time. It's us and Rapid Vienna who are in this position. Hopefully, we could take the 3 points, be on 9, and then really rotate for the last 3 games. So the team's rotated, but not too much. I don't really know what to expect from this Rapid side. They could be really good. I've been stung a few times against teams that you're just way better than in star rating, in overall, in all of that jazz. You're way better than, but they will put in an unbelievable performance. They're at home. They'll want to put on a show. This is a big match for them. Big money Newcastle coming to their home ground here in Austria. Let's see how we actually get on. I'm expecting a very good result. That's what I want from the boys. We've gone fairly strong. The front line is very strong, but you just never know in these occasions, and I'm struggling at the moment to break teams down. And if they sit deep, it could be a long night for me. And Cal getting an opportunity back in the team, which will be big for him. I have tinkered with this tactic a little bit to try and get it playing just a bit better. We'll see how we get on with that today. You never really know. Neto there is going to dink that over. Oh, that's great for Martial, and then Keane will be able to control it. Martial and Keane, I think, are going to be really good for us. I want to get Lingard his first goal. I'd love it to be in this competition. Keane might pick that up. He just couldn't quite get there. Well, here we go. This is the break I need to stop. And Saad does stop it, but then the ball forward. I'm a little bit rushed sometimes with my passing out. And that tends to lead to me conceding because then we're outnumbered in this situation. Henderson saves it. So that all stems from one bad ball passed out from the back. Your players do just pile forward. And when they pile forward like that, one bad pass out from the back can ruin you. Now, in the same breath, one good pass out from the back can be unbelievable for you. But a bad one can cost you a goal instantly. Longstaff now. And notice, St. Max. No, it's Moise Keane. He's going to go across. Martial. Oh, my God. How's that not gone in? The second touch over the bar. That's got to be the miss of the season for Martial. Was he offside? Yeah, okay. Just a touch. I mean, that saves his blushes. Should be putting that in the back of the net. He's already putting himself about a bit in this match. I am working on his touch because that's one thing I'm not particularly happy with is his touch. Trincao. There finds Lingard. Get that back to Tolisso. I mean, the ball back to Tolisso from Lingard wasn't great. And my problem right now is I'm struggling with Lingard. And I think that's unfair on Lingard because I'm struggling with him. Probably because Coutinho is so good. Piling on the pressure. But we scored a few beauties from corners in the last match. And we'll score another here. Moise Keane is very deadly from corners. He keeps up his goal scoring as well, which is exactly what we need to see out of him. Perfect delivery as well, by the way. I don't know who put that one in. Might have been Lingard. I'm not sure. It's usually Coutinho when he's on the pitch. But today we've given him a little bit of a rest. He's on the bench if needed. Because I did have just a vision that out of nowhere this game would be really bad. And we would be losing and I'd need to bring him on. That's great play from Martial. Trincao now. Trincao now. Does get across. Moise Keane. Turns and shoots. And I mean, we're testing the goalkeeper. Where they come again. Good play from them today. And we are a little bit more left open because when Conte plays, he ends up being a right back. It does end up kind of being a 4 at the back when Conte plays. But he's not playing today. I'm giving it to Trincao. Because I am trying to determine in this half of the season whether we keep Trincao or let him go. Now, the recommendation from you lads has been Cherky if we do let him go. And I'm kind of on board with the idea of bringing in Cherky. I think he'd be good for us. He'd suit the way I play to a T. Oh, well in Tanganga. That was lovely. Keane. It wasn't the right pass. Was not the right pass. We're going to end up back on the football though. Lingard wins it back. Martial. Oh, that's a great pass though. Pedro Neto will get the goal. But we've all got to thank Martial there, and Lingard winning the football back as well is great stuff, but what a ball in. Don't have too many through balls that are better than this one. That is fantastic. Martial's form has really picked up recently. Now that's just a little bit more comfortable for us, which is exactly where we need to be. Oh, this is a nice play from Rapid at the start of the half. A goal here. Oh my God, what is that dive from? I don't know what that slide was. Luckily for us, he's offside. Oh, Tolisso did brilliantly. And he's found Martial perfectly. Martial usually does not miss in that position. Moise Kean's going to keep it in, is he? He does. He tries to get it back across the Trincao. It was like... Lingard, sorry. It's like Lingard did not understand that we'd won the ball back. The Rapid come again. And they'll, of course, try to do that. And for some strange reason, at the moment, it's not letting me swap. I wanted to swap there to, I believe it's Dunk, because I could see what was happening. And he wouldn't let me. Wouldn't let me see. He just stays. He stood stagnant. But now this game is extremely close. And it's classed as an own goal from Henderson. That's very harsh. I'm pretty sure that was on target, the shot. But, oh well. We probably should have scored a moment ago with Martial. Neto now. Pulls that back across. There's a good ball across. But Tolisso does get on it in the end. Martial! Oh, it's just past the post. I want to shore stuff up a little bit. But we're going to bring Nico on. I think he's going to have a much better time than Pedro Neto. But we'll see. And Donny van der Beek's going to come on now for Tolisso. Got Nico on the ball now out wide. I know he's got enough about him to find Donny. It will get that into Moise Kean. And what a finish that is! Have some of that, lads. What a volley that is from Moise Kean. And that surely is the game done and dusted now. And the fight back from Rapid. Oh, God, that was good. Well, he won't score many sweeter than this. And Donny's ball in was perfect to him. Got it on his right and hammers it home. And with the game being done and dusted, we will bring him off now. We'll bring on Cavani. And we can rest him. Martial, though, and Keane showing a really good partnership forming. Oh, Nico there's found Martial. Oh, Martial very well. Martial now. That's a great run from him. What's he going to do? He's going to wait and wait. He gets it across. Nico! Oh, he saved Cavani! Oh, it's a tap-in. Is he onside, though? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he's off. There we go, full-time whistle. And in the end, it was fairly comfortable. But they did have a couple of moments in the game that we need to figure out, we need to fix, we need to stop that happening. Although a lot of it is probably just down to game mechanics. But I'm really happy with that. Moise Kean again, brilliant for him. 2 goals. Martial with a goal and an assist. Really showing what he can do in the team. I think them two are closely getting together and becoming the partnership in the team. Maybe not Icardi and Kean, but we'll see as time goes on. We're blessed at the moment up top. Not the most ideal result here then, back in the Prem. And I only made 1 sub. And we were a better team, but Bournemouth nicked it. Bournemouth must have sat deep and nicked a goal in the 42nd minute, and we just couldn't break them down. It's kind of become the story of our season. We're doing well enough, though. We are having a very good season, but Bournemouth will take the 3 points off us today. After the Bournemouth result, we did stay down south, and we took on Southampton, and we bounced back. I went back to the 3 at the back, and I don't know. It seems to be working better in the sim as well. I've tweaked this tactic to a point now where I'm very, very happy with it. And, yeah, we beat Southampton. Moise Kean and Martial. Like, the partnership that they're forming is unbelievable. And the fact that they're still doing it in the sim as well is even better. Moise Kean with another 2 goals. Martial bagging 1 as well. It is easy to see how good Moise Kean's been doing because he's the top goal scorer at the club. He's already gone up by 2 to 86 rated. I think he's probably going to be our first 90 in the squad. I don't think it's going to take him that long to get there either, to be honest with you. He's got 10 goals in 9 appearances with 1 assist. And Martial has picked up form being beside him as well. And this is the problem this year. Icardi's form just hasn't been the same. He's 86 rated now. He's gone up 2. I mean, he's an ace up our sleeve, right? He's fantastic to have. And even last season, he was our top goal scorer, but he wasn't prolific in any way, shape or form. I feel like we definitely found that now with Moise Kean. I think it might be Moise Kean. Moise Kean, not Moise Kean. Moise Kean. So I'm going to try and get used to saying that. So the last of the sim games in this episode was against Rapid. And, you know, they gave us a real tough test. We're only going to come away with a point from this one. Icardi bagging a goal. I did massively rotate because we were all but through in the competition. And this draw basically does put us through. In fact, I think mathematically it puts us through. So it's not the end of the world. I would like to see us win this. Even our second string team, in my opinion, is better than the Rapid team. But we'll take the point. Right, so a couple of days later, and now we're going to take on Aston Villa here in a live com. And the Aston Villa team doesn't look unbelievable. I want to keep on picking up the points in the league because the moment we're in a title race, but everybody in like the top 5 are on the exact same amount of points. So I don't personally believe we're in a title race. We will drop off. We'll have results like we did against Bournemouth. But I want to keep the pace. I want to try and get Champions League football. I definitely think we've got the squad to get Champions League football. It'll be interesting to see how we do in the second half of the season, where you can see now we put this squad out. Unbelievable team. The second string is not as good as this, so that'll be interesting to see. Most important thing right now is trying to pick up this victory against Villa. I wouldn't particularly say we've had any unbelievable performances in this episode, so this is the game that gives us an opportunity to have a standout performance from some of the lads. You can definitely say Moise Keane's had a really good episode, actually, to be fair to him, as he wins the football back there. And we're probably going to be dangerous today with Nico on the pitch. And Martial has drifted behind perfectly. Martial, he had to fire it away quickly. They recovered so fast there. I think there was a handball, though. This is a really dangerous free kick position. If you are any good at taking free kicks, I'm pretty positive it should be Coutinho, right? Yes, it should be Coutinho taking this one. I'm going to do what I can. I don't think I score this, but we'll see what happens. I'm not very good at these. Does it go over the wall and in? It goes over the wall and past the post. Not a bad start. Moise Keane starting brightly. Martial, those runs in behind are exactly what we want from him. We might need to pick up maybe a backup striker at some stage, though. Cavani's not played so much this season. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot to, you know, get our heads around when it comes to the window. The window is going to be coming up very soon, so it will be in the next episode, actually, will the transfer window. That was a terrible pass, but Martial does actually get to it. He'll dink it back across to St. Maximum. Martial, I thought was going to pick that back up. He doesn't. But yeah, we've got some stuff we can do in the window. There's definitely some players that haven't impressed me enough. There's still a bit of time for them to impress me at the start of the next episode, but we should get into the window in the next one, and we can start plotting away the second half of the season, who we should potentially be picking up. They're moving the ball nicely now, Aston Villa, to be fair to them. There's some good passing going on here. Donny van der Beek will cut that one out, though, brilliantly. This is where I want to be dangerous. Nico now. I'm taking too long to make the decision with those balls over the top. And it's because I'm waiting for the runner, which is fine, but sometimes you just can't quite simply play that ball over the top. It just is what it is, and you have to make the decision to play it backwards instead. That was absolutely fantastic by St. Maximum. Coutinho, why did he thread it inside? I wanted it to go outside, and now we're in trouble as that is pulled just past the post. St. Max will just chop it in towards Martial, and that is very, very close. That is very, very close from our number 11. It's looping. He just got a little bit too much under it. Nico do it now. Coutinho's calling for it. And Coutinho will make it 1-0 Newcastle. He's back at it again, isn't he? He's not too shabby, is our Philippe. It had been a bright start to the game, but there'd just been moments that we didn't take our opportunities. That moment we took perfectly. Maximum will knock that one over. And I'm looking for the long balls a little bit more often. We're playing a bit more direct with our style of play now. And so far this season, it's working. That is a good ball in. That's a great ball in. That is a great finish. That is perfect. If we can score every goal like that, I will be extremely happy. Quite hard here not to be over the moon with how that played out. Donny's ball was weighted perfectly. Moise Keane's first touch is, I mean, that's super important here. That touch is perfect because he could have had a heavy one, which would have given it to Martinez. We've got a corner here now. Very, very deep into added time. We've been so deadly from corners in recent episodes. I don't know how. I don't know why. I'm not doing anything different, but they've just worked in recent episodes. That one didn't quite come off, though. Oh, this is lovely. Nico. Moise Keane going to be fine again? He's not. Nico doesn't often win those headers, I was going to say. He's not the tallest. Coutinho. We're finding this ball out to St. Maximum quite consistently now. Look at that for footwork. He cuts inside as well. St. Maximum. Oh, try to take Martinez by surprise. Well, Villa, no surprise, making a sub. They're taking off Mikhail, bringing on Luca. I don't know half of the players Villa have in their team. It's such a changed squad. It's an interesting one. Bailey's still there, but I've never heard of this lad before. Or Mikhail, who came up. Like, I've not heard of quite a few of the players that they've managed to pick up. And, I mean, it's proven. It is proven. They've not been very good. I mean, this guy, Vasilev, is 66 overall rated up top. I mean, you've got 83 rated Buendia on the bench. I'd even have Keenan Davis playing up top over him. Ignacio as well, who's a very good player on the bench. It's just, I don't know, it's a bit interesting, but they're not going to score goals past me. They've got Renan Lodi as well. I don't know why he's not starting, although Telles is very good as well, but You're not going to score goals past me with a 66 rated striker. Really weird. They're playing Watkins on the wing, I guess, who could be playing up top, and there's no Danny Ings. But we're making a triple substitution. I think this game's done and dusted. I don't want to preempt things too much, but I do think that we probably won this game as that goes over the bar. That was a great touch from Moise Kean again. Almiron's done really well when he's played centre mid. Look at that speed he's got. He's just tricky, dangerous. You bring him on in a part of the game where it's very uncomfortable for him to be on the pitch. What a ball that is to Nico. Oh, I thought I'd got enough space to fire off a better shot than that. That was a great pass from Tolisso. Moise Kean there. He's going to find St. Max. And I know full well that St. Max is going to find Nico to finish the game. And there we go. 3-0 Newcastle. And a dreadful performance from Villa. But we needed a game where we really felt strong, where we really dominated. And this has been the one. Moise Kean plays that out wide to St. Max. That is beautiful to Cavani. And Cavani, super sub. Cavani. 4-0. Really are piling the pressure onto Villa. They've just started making endless mistakes. You know what it's like when you get a hefty lead on FIFA. They've just started making mistakes left, right, and centre. Let's be fair. Moise Kean's ball to St. Max and then Max's ball into Cavani was brilliant. The game does finish 4-0 and a very good victory here against what was not a very good Aston Villa. Night and day difference between how they built their squad and Leicester, like I say, really is. But I'm happy with that. I wanted a win like that in this episode, and we got one. After 11 games, if we look at a league table, it looks very, very good for us, doesn't it? But it's super tight. We're on 23 points. Arsenal on 23 points. Man United on 22 points. Man City on 21 points. Leicester on 20. Liverpool on 20. So there's 6 teams. Well, there's 5 teams there that are only 3 points away from us. At the most. And then Wolves and Sheffield, although, you know, I'm not too worried about them. Wolves, Sheffield and Villa, who, I don't know, their squad, I think they're awful. But Villa are up there in 9th, all on 19 points, so only 4 points off me. So you can see already that 11 games in, this table is extremely tight. We've got Spurs down there in 13th. Don't really know what's happened, but 13 points, they can come back from that. And Chelsea do look bad in 10th. But they are 1 win away from being 4th. So, you know, the table right now is absolutely nuts. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for your continued support. If you are new around here and you haven't already smashed that subscribe button, I would massively appreciate it if you could do that right now. Go on and hit the like button as well. It helps the videos be seen by more people and just generally shows me that you guys are enjoying this series. When I go through the series and determine how much longer they should be and where they're at and what I should be doing with them, I do use the like rating quite heavily to determine what we're going to do next, basically.